Good morning, Algebra 1's period 1, 6, and 7. How are you today? Welcome back from your wonderful Easter or spring break. Hope y'all had a great time, and I know you're just chomping at the bit, ready to bite into some big chunks of parabola and Chapter 8 and graphing and solving quadratic equations. Funnest thing ever. So I'd like to share with you a couple of examples today from the Chapter 8 review, okay? I'm going to do a couple of these for you, just simple graphing a parabola. Both of the vertexes happen to be at the origin. However, I chose the two with fractions because I knew that you would probably love to have those done. So without further ado, here we go. Here's a couple of review problems for you. Oh yeah, look at all you. Okay, so Algebra 1, Chapter 8, just a review. This is page 470. I chose problem number 2. It looks like that. It's q of x is equal to a half of an x squared. This is an awful lot like the parent, and you should all be able to tell me what the parent looks like. So I took this, and I decided, well, if I'm going to graph this, I need a whole bunch of things. I need a vertex, I need an axis of symmetry, some x-axis intercepts, a y-axis intercept, and of course then a pretty picture. But this is a very basic quadratic. It doesn't have all of that. If you notice that the axis of symmetry, that equation for axis of symmetry, x is equal to negative b over 2a, you need that. If you put those values in the equation, because we have a half of an x squared plus 0x plus 0. Look at that, b is 0. Look at that, negative 0. Oh, and by the way, 2 times a half is 1. And x is 0, so the axis of symmetry is at 0. All right, so what do? Well, how about a t-chart? There's a t-chart. Now, I picked the values of x that were divisible by 2 after I squared them. So these are the 5 values of x that I chose to use. Remember, a parabola, you have to have at least 5 points, and the vertex is one of them. So I chose negative 4, negative 2, 0, 2, and 4. Well, if you plug those in to your rule, that's your rule. That tells you what to do with it. Plug them in like that, plug them in, plug them in, plug them in, and that's what comes out. Okay? So when x is negative 4, y is 8. When x is negative 2, y is 2. When x is 0, y is 0. When x is 2, 2. X is 4, I get an 8. Notice the symmetry. Notice the symmetry. Look at that. Negative 4, negative 2, 0, 2, and 4. And look at that. 8, 2, 0, 2, and 8. Well, if you graph that, sure enough, you will see it looks like that. Okay? Now, that wasn't so scary, was it? Of course not. All right, let's move to number 3. Now, number 3 looks like this. G of x is negative 3/4 x squared. Uh-oh. Well, once again, I have this. I got 0 x's, and I got 0 hanging on the end. So the vertex is at 0, 0, and it opens down. Remember, the negative in front of the a being 3/4 in this time, it will open down. Okay, so once again, I decided to make a t-chart. So I picked numbers again that after I square them, they'll be divisible by 4. Divisible by 4, you'll need that. So I plugged those values in to that rule, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, and if x is negative 4, I get a negative 12 out. If x is negative 2, I get a negative 3 out. If x is 0, I get a 0 out. If x is 2, I get a negative 3 out. If x is 4, I get a negative 12 out. Remember, 4 squared is 16. 16 divided by 4 is 4, and 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Negative 4 squared is 16. 16 divided by 4 is 4, and 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So now let's graph that. There's my vertex, and there are my points. And it looks like that. Now that is not too scary. All right. Now, I also posted 8.5 homework notes and 8.6 homework notes out there. One of those is kind of long. But anyway, I put all the answers out there for you for 8.5 and 8.6. 8.3 and 8.4 are out there also. So please check your answers against the work provided before you turn them in, okay? and make it neat, okay? Put it in a box so I can find it, the answer that is. Okay, well, the plan for the week is that I got some worksheets coming out. I've already got them posted out there for you. I'll put some answers out for those a little later on today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, we want to wrap up Chapter 8 this week. I got a little event for Friday. Not sure what it is yet, but we're going to give it a go. So let's finish up Chapters 8, Sections 8.5 and 8.6. You've got 2 worksheets out there. 2 worksheets. Print those off, get those done. And that's kind of our plan for the week. All right, I'll put some more stuff out here later for you guys. Anyway, happy Monday. May's out.